Hey guys, so this evening I want to talk about an issue that I keep seeing emerge on social media. I see it in the clients I work with, I hear it from friends and family, and I'm even guilty of it on occasion. That's the issue of people saying that they don't have time. They don't have time to go to the gym, they don't have time to work out, they don't have time to eat healthy, they don't have time to prepare meals, they don't have time to work on a specific goal or something that they want to improve in their life or a venture that they want to undertake. They don't have time to go back to school, they don't have time to make for themselves. The other aspect of this is people saying that now is not a good time. Like there's going to be some time in the future where conditions are going to be better. So now is not a good time. So the issue with this issue is that two things. One, there's never going to be a better time than right now. If you're waiting for certain conditions to be in place or things in your life to slow down, you're constantly looking for a point in the future that's never going to come. Things aren't going to slow down. Things aren't going to be more conducive to working on your goal or working on this or working on that. So there's no better time than right now to undertake things. And sometimes it's even more beneficial to undertake some things when life seems hectic, when there seems like a lot going on. It's good to identify what we want to work on and really focus on something rather than feeling overwhelmed by everything that is coming at us all at once. Second, you have time. Okay, you have time. One of my favorite memes that's going around right now is the one that says you have the same 24 hours in a day as Beyonce. And it's true. Okay, Beyonce doesn't have 30 hours in her day. She just gets a lot done in the 24 hours she has because she makes the most of it. Most successful people do. They make the most of the 24 hours in a day that they have. And they do that by prioritizing. So when you prioritize the things that matter to you, the things that are priorities, you're going to spend your time, effort, energy, and money doing those things. So when you identify something as a priority, you're going to follow through with your time, effort, energy, and money. Secondly, is you have to designate the time. Okay, you can't make time. You can't make time out of nowhere. You can't have more than 24 hours in a day. But you can designate the time. Sometimes that requires making sacrifices. Less time doing nothing. Less time doing passive activities like watching TV or checking social media. There may be a time and place for that, but successful people don't spend much time doing those things. Successful people spend time working on the goals. Another thing that successful people do is they schedule their time. So they write out a schedule, whether it's a week in advance, months in advance, the day before, but you schedule your time and you take the things that are a priority and you fit them into your schedule. So if you've identified that you want to go to the gym and you want to work out and you want to be healthier. So I schedule the time, one, to prep my meals. Two, I schedule the time to go to the gym. And when I schedule something, I'm making a commitment to myself. I'm saying this time of my day that I spend my time, effort, energy is all going to go toward doing this at this specific time. And a practice in self-care is then honoring that commitment you make to yourself. And after you do that, after you go and work out at the time you said you're going to, it feels great. Other things that you need to schedule are your times to work on your goal. Whatever it may be, if it's to start a business or to do, go back to school. Even if it's the early steps or the beginning of this process, you need to schedule time to work on your actions, the actions that you can take every day that are going to advance you toward being able to work on these things or meet these goals or whatever it may be. But you have to schedule that time throughout the day. Another thing you have to schedule time for is yourself. Self-care is extremely important because if you can't care for yourself, then you can't care for others. If you're not keeping your glass full all the time, you have nothing to be able to offer others. You're going to deprive others of the gift that you have, the unique gift that you have to give to the world. So you have to schedule time for yourself. So that means taking breaks throughout the day to stop, reflect, to meditate, to pray, to commune with your source, to commune with your inner energy, your inner spirit, to commune with God. Those are the times where we grow, where we get centered, where we step away from all the chaos and stuff that's going on in our lives, and we get to what's true within us. So, there's never going to be a better time than right now. So don't use that as an excuse. If you're feeling that way, look at it. Is it a survival pattern? Is it something that you do, that you tell yourself or you tell other people to make an excuse for you not pursuing what you want to pursue? If that's the case, lose it. It's not benefiting you at all. Secondly, you have to learn to designate your time. Make a schedule, make a commitment to yourself to do certain things, to work on what your priorities are, and honor yourself by honoring that commitment. Okay? And if you're having trouble working through maybe limiting beliefs or your survival patterns, the excuses that you make that are keeping you and holding you back from having what you really want out of life, I highly suggest that you find yourself a mentor, find yourself a coach, someone that can help identify those things for you and help you work through them, help you reconnect to your source, help you come home, help you find who you are and get past the limiting beliefs and start working on what you really want to work on. Spend the time, spend the effort, spend the energy, even spend the money on working on you and having the life that you want. So don't make the excuses anymore. I don't have time, or now is not a good time. You can designate the time, and now is as good time as any. Give you a little insight into what's going on right now with me. We're currently in the process of moving from a pretty large house full of stuff to a very small house where we can't fit a lot of stuff. So I'm going through this whole process of minimalism and getting rid of a lot of things and clearing space, getting rid of the clutter. We're moving myself, my wife, and 4 kids into a much smaller house downtown. So our house is absolute chaos right now. So I can make the excuse that I don't have time to do this vlog. I don't have time to continue to work on my training or work on my fitness or work on the business that I'm starting or work on the coaching and getting this coaching business off the ground. But I've designated the time to continue to work on these things. And I've said that now is a good time because I want people to see that in the midst of all this chaos, I can still put forth the time, effort, energy, and throw my money at things that are priorities to me, which are doing things that I want to do, not having to work for anybody else, and having the freedom to live this creative and wonderful lifestyle where I get to help other people. So my goal for you, my wish for you, is for you to identify if those are limiting beliefs for you, if those are survival patterns, and stop making the excuse that you don't have time or that now is not a good time. And if you need help, reach out to somebody who can help you. All right, you guys have a great night. See you later.